So when looking at the following, we're going to look at molecular geometry. Looking at the molecular geometry, we know that we always start with our central atom. And based off from our central atom, we have 5 shapes that we need to memorize. First one that we're going to look at here is linear. So remember, with a linear molecular shape, you can either have 1 bonding pair or 2 bonding pairs. Linear, remember, is linear because it is in a 180-degree geometry here between the 2 bonds. Or we can also have a linear shape with a double bond or even with a triple bond, still remaining linear. The other type that we have is trigonal planar. Trigonal planar, we know, is in the presence of 3 different or 3 of the same atoms. So our domains here on all 3 regions are going to be the exact same if it is a non-polar molecule. And if these regions are different, then we know it is going to be a polar molecule. Looking at this, the only difference between trigonal planar and our trigonal pyramidal is the location of those lone pairs. So you can see as I spin this molecule, by the lone pair being present, you can see the upbringing of the central, causing it to always be polar. The reason behind this being an always polar molecule is that your domains will never be the same because of that lone pair. So as we remove that, you can see now it flattens out, and as I add it, it starts to show as a pyramid. Next one that we have here is, to continue on, is our tetrahedral. Our tetrahedral, remember, is 4 different substituents or domains, or 4 domains that are the same. Remember, if all the domains are the same, then you in fact have a nonpolar molecule. If the substituents or domains are different, then you know you would have a polar molecule. So removing some of these, you can see now we're going to try to look at a bent molecule. So as I add 1, it starts to bend. As I add 2, it bends even farther, and we have what we know as a bent molecule. Okay, changing the angulation between the electrons from the central atom to that of the outside domains. Remember, this shape is always going to be polar. The reason behind that being always polar is, again, those 2 lone pairs on the central atom. So looking at these are our shapes that you must know for your exam for the unit.